every other word I say. Anyway, the ball drains this end away. Frank Messer's mic is working perfectly, so I'm going to turn, there I go again. I'm going to turn it over to Frank Messer.
Okay, Scooter, here we go. Willie Wilson leads off for the Kansas City Royals. On the mound for the Yankees. Left-hander Shane Raleigh. Wilson steps in as a right-hand batter. And the first pitch, foul back to the upper deck on the first base side. One strike on Wilson. Willie has gone 4 for 14 in this series. He's batting .280 with 1 home run and 20 runs batted in for the season. Raleigh is making his 20th start. 9 wins, 8 losses. Takes the pitch high to Wilson, and the count is 1-1. Defensively, the Yankees have Steve Kemp in left field, Dave Winfield in center, and Lou Piniella in right. Wilson fouls one back into the mezzanine on the right side. The infield, Nettles at third, Smalley at short, Campaneris at second, Balboni at first, and Cerrone catching. A couple of more injuries for the Yankees. Unfortunately, Andre Robertson, a bruised hand. 1-2 pitch, foul back to the screen. And Oscar Gamble with a slight groin pull. So Robertson and Gamble are out. Could possibly see action. And Winfield is back. Weiniger is still ailing. 1-2 pitch to Wilson. Change-up curve is fouled off his foot. And the count holds at a ball and 2 strikes.
Maybe that'll slow him down a little bit. Thanks, Willie's fouling one off his foot.
I don't know. I don't think anything could slow Wilson down. U.L. Washington is the on-deck batter, and George Brett will follow here in the top half of the first inning. Cloudy skies, but you heard it from Bill Rizzuto. It's going to clear off this afternoon. The lights are on here at Yankee Stadium. Now Wilson steps back in. Raleigh winds, and the left-hander's pitch. Curveball pops out off the right side and foul ground. Balboni is after it and makes the catch. One away.
Boy, that was a beautiful off-speed pitch. He had been throwing Wilson fastballs. Changed up, and Willie way out in front popped it up.
And now U.L. Washington. Washington, like Wilson, is a switch hitter and will be a right-hand batter in this instance. Washington is 1 for 13 in the series. Batting .233 for the season, 2 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Yankees are on a roll. They've won 8 of their last 9. And Raleigh's pitch. Strike call. On the homestand, the Yankees have won 8 and lost 2. They've taken 2 out of the first 3 games from the Kansas City Royals, and this game winds up the series and the homestand. Raleigh's pitch, foul back to the crowd on the right side.
Frank, you know, we got those beautiful gifts. I don't know whether you've seen them yet, of pure Vermont maple syrup.
Oh.
In those beautiful jars. From Donald Chicoine from Burlington, Vermont.
Very good. Now would you go out and make some pancakes for us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And we will dine. 0-2 pitch coming to U.L. Washington. Strike, great call. Fastball, and Washington is called out on strike. Plate umpire is Tim McClellan. Washington not too happy with the call. Drew Coble is at first base. Joe Brinkman umpires at second, and Nick Flanagan at third. Washington puts his bat and his helmet back over his shoulder as he walks to the dugout.
You know, I can understand flipping the bat, but every hitter, when he makes out, flips that helmet, and for the life of me, I cannot see the reason why. So easy to walk into the dugout, lay it down gently.
George Brett steps in, and he takes the strike. Brett is 2 for 13 in this series. But he's still hitting .352 for the season, 19 home runs, 62 runs batted in. Third highest batting average in the American League. Rod Carew is .378. Wade Boggs of Boston, .371. Brett steps out. Now he's back in, and Raleigh pitches. Curveball is foul back. 2 strikes on Brett. Well, even though the Yankees won last night, the 3 teams above them in the American League East also won. So the Yankees remain 2 games behind Toronto. Pitches high. 1 game behind Baltimore and a half a game behind Detroit. The Milwaukee Brewers are just a game back of the Yankees. Line drive, base hit up the middle for Brett, base hit into center field.
There's one guy you can't change speeds on. Hey, he has got an absolutely beautiful way of timing pitches. Back, he leans back, then he starts forward, but doesn't commit himself all the way.
Well, you're right, that's Scooter. He got the body started going, but he held the bat back. And he still was able to rip the ball out into center. So with 2 outs, the runner at first, Hal McRae will step in. He's been red hot this series. 7 for 13. Bouncing ball at third. Nettles charges, has. Goes to first base. He's out. And that will retire the side. At the end of 1/2 inning, the Royals nothing, and the Yankees are coming to bat.
All right, the left-hander Bud Black on the mound for the Royals. He's won 4, lost 3 this year. 3.39 earned run average. And last time he pitched against the Yankees in Kansas City, did an excellent job. He was not involved in the decision. That was the extra inning game that the Yankees lost when Sheridan slid head first and the throw hit him on the helmet, went out to left field, and he scored. Proved to be the winning run.
Yeah, you know, Black in that ballgame, Scooter, went 9 strong innings. That was the longest he had ever got in a Major League ballgame. He gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, and struck out 2. This will be the 3rd time he has faced the Yankees. Last year, he lost to the Yankees 4-3 here at Yankee Stadium. So his career mark 0-1 against New York. Rick Campaneris playing second base this afternoon will lead off for New York. Then Greg Nettles and Lou Piniella. Now we got Nettles and Winfield back in the lineup, Scooter, and now Robertson and Gamble have nagging injuries.
Right, and Weiniger a little under the weather, plus Griffey, Randolph, and May.
Walking wounded. Yeah. Wind up by Black. The left-hander pitch down low to Campaneris. Campy is 1 for 5 in the series, batting .347 for the season.
And here comes John Amarante, who sang the national anthem with cannolis. Julio. Oh, thank you, John. We will enjoy it.
A ball out of strikeout to Campaneris, and Black's left arm around. The pitch is foul back to the base of the mezzanine on the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Even with the threatening weather this morning, we're going to have a good crowd for this ballgame, Scooter.
Yep. And if it had been a lot nicer weather, we'd have had as good a crowd as yesterday. That was an excellent crowd.
Pitch is bounced back over the head of the pitcher, fielded by Washington behind second. The shortstop throws, and Campaneris is out. UL Washington showing great range on a high bouncer. He fielded the ball behind second, and from the first base side of second, here's Campaneris out. 1 down, and Greg Nettles, the Yankee captain and third baseman, batting .271, 12 homers, 41 runs batted in. Nettles has made only 1 pinch-hitting appearance in the series and grounded out. Neither team took batting practice or infield. They had the field covered right up until game time. Nettles steps back from an inside fastball. Lou Piniella is kneeling in the on-deck circle. Black winds the kick and the pitch. And he's outside. Nettles steps back, swings the bat back and forth. Don Slaught, the catcher, looks over toward the Royals dugout. And the pitch to Nettles. Swung on, popped up foul off the left side. Brett has room over near the dugout. He goes and makes the catch on the top step of the dugout. Nettles is retired. There are 2 down. The Royals have Leon Robertson left field, Willie Wilson in center, Amos Otis in right, George Brett at third, UL Washington at shortstop, Frank White at second, John Watson at first, and Don Slaught is catching. Willie Aikens has been benched this afternoon with Shane Raleigh, a left-hander pitching for the Yankees. Piniella is hitting .306, 3 for 5 in this series, 2 home runs, and 16 runs batted in for the year. Well, Lou started out with stats .541. Now he's changed and goes to .372. The pitch to him. Fastball over, strike call. Pinella steps out.
He checks the crowd every once in a while. I wonder if he's got an attendance clause.
I don't know. Well, he goes back in with the same step. And the pitch. Low and outside. We kid Lou Pinella about his many, many different stances at the plate. He can hit.
You know, he's one of the few who can change his stance and still hit. A lot of fellas get in a slump, they change their stance. It prolongs the slump, but not Lou.
He said he's hitting. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball low. 2 balls and 1 strike. We will not be able to report on the Toronto-Texas game because they are playing tonight in Texas. Might get there in time to see that ball game.
Yes.
Part of it. The 2-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 3. The Yankees will be flying out to Texas right after the ball game today to open an 11-game, 11-day road trip.
There's a doubleheader in there somewhere.
Doubleheader in Toronto. Week from tomorrow. No, week from Tuesday. Foul fly coming back. The Yankees play the Rangers, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. Thursday will be an off day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in Chicago, 4-game series. Doubleheader Tuesday and single games Wednesday and Thursday in Toronto. Long road trip. Black shakes off slot sign. Now he gets something he likes better. And the 3-2 pitch to Pinella. Bouncing ball to third. Brett charges. Has it. The throw to first base retires the side. At the end of 1, the Yankees nothing and the Royals nothing.
All right, between pitches, we will bring the Yankees scoreboard to you, and it's brought to you by members only, makers of outerwear and spectator wear. Frank told it Toronto at Texas tonight, Minnesota 6, Cleveland 2 at the end of 3. They're playing a doubleheader at Cleveland, Chicago at Milwaukee, Detroit at California, Baltimore at Oakland later on. Otis takes a lot of time. Boston at Seattle also later on. We'll give you the National League in just a moment. Frank?
Okay, Scooter, and it is Otis leading off the second inning. Right-hand hitter, and he takes the ball over the outside corner, strike 1.
The Mets will be at Cincinnati. The Giants won, Pittsburgh nothing into 5. They're playing a doubleheader. Houston at Montreal. Montreal leading 2-0 into 2.5. Philadelphia at Atlanta. L.A. at St. Louis. San Diego at Chicago later on.
And the 0-1 pitch to Brett. Fastball is over. Strike 2 called, rather to Otis.
And the Yankee scoreboard has been brought to you by Members Only. You're in great company when you put on Members Only outerwear and spectator wear. They've got the style, the fit, and the colors that go anywhere, anytime. With Members Only, the company you keep is the best there is.
All right, the 0-2 pitch now to Amos Otis. And it is inside at the letters.
The umpire started to come up with the right hand. I think he got caught in the chest protector of
in his pocket. In his pocket.
Look, you see that?
Got it caught in his pocket, did he?
Might have.
All right, the 1-2 pitch. Line drive.
Oh!
One hop by Tom Boney. Great play. Goes to the bag, and Otis is out. Boy, Otis sliced that ball hard. Balboni playing deep. Got the ball on the first hop.
I tell you, Balboni is underrated as a fielder. There's just one play that he has pushing since he's been a Yankee. But that was an outstanding play. Doesn't even bring a smile to Steve's face. He's very cool cat.
I tell you, he dove head first for it. Made a great play on a hard bounce and got the put out unassisted. One away, and John Wathan will step in. Wathan, a right-hand batter, hitting .272, 2 for 7 in the series. He's hit 1 home run and has 24 RBIs for the year. Takes the pitch low from Shane Raleigh. No score here in the top of the second at Yankee Stadium. Left arm around, the pitch is high.
Stealing his catcher in the big league, Mr. Watson.
Yes, sir.
Broke the record last year for stolen bases by a catcher. I think he's got 19 already this year.
And the pitch is high, ball 3. Raleigh doesn't get a strike in there pretty soon. He may have a chance to steal here. Raleigh works quickly. 3-0 delivery. Strike calls. And it's 3-1. Leon Roberts is the on-deck batter.
Little nip in the air here at the stadium. Very pleasant.
Yes, it is. Cooled off. Here's the 3-1 offering, and it's popped foul back toward the Yankee dugout. Cerrone gives it a chase, but no chance for a play.
I know what Messer and Brian Ferguson were going to say. They saw one of my Japanese friends over here, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm wrong. Okay. So they might be parachuting down? No. Oh, okay.
3-2 count on Watson. Raleigh wides and the pitch. It's low, and Watson is on. First walk allowed by Raleigh, and the second base runner for the Royals. Well, let's keep an eye on Mr. Watson down there at first base. Goodery stolen 18 bases out of 22 attempts.
Okay, I was off by one. I said 19. But the really tough part for the Yankee catchers all year has been the lead that the base runners have been able to get, even on the Yankee left-hand pitch.
That's strange, too, because they worked so hard on that in spring training.
Yep.
Whitey Ford, that's one of the things he works with the pitchers on. Pick-off throw to first. Here's the pitch to Roberts. He squares the butt, takes the bat away, and appeal to first base. They say he did not offer. I thought he had offered. Martin is upset.
Cerrone and Martin are really upset. I don't think he got that bat back.
I don't think so either.
Look at that.
He offered for it. Oh, he offered for it. We see a replay here. No question about it, Scooter. He made an offering for that pitch. It should be a strike.
They have to upset Martin so early in the ball game?
Heck with Martin. How about me?
Well, you're feeling better than Billy. Billy said.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Don't get sick on me, Nestor.
Yankees won 8 out of 9. Billy's feeling good. Throw to first base and safe.
Yes, that way. Mentally, I was talking about physically.
And the 1-0 pitch. Runner goes. Got to sit back up the middle. Base hit. And Watson on his way to third now as Winfield gets the ball back into second. So Watson was running. Roberts was swinging. And they have runners on the corners.
Eddie Roberts hits a good pitch here. Watson got a good break off first. The curve was down low, and he hits it right past Roy. Guidry would have fielded that ball. So important to be had out there on the mound.
You know, there's also a very good fielding pitcher is Rigetti.
Rigetti, very good. Fontenot, not too shabby.
Mike White will be the batter. And the pitch to White. Curveball is over, and he is strike one.
I must also mention Bob Shirley when he is out there. He's out there so seldom, but he's a good fielder.
Okay. White is hitting 246. Fouls one to the feet just past the dugout. And it's 2 strikes on Frank White, the second baseman. He's hit 6 home runs and has 46 RBIs, 1 for 13 in this series. You notice, Scooter, most of your good fielding pitchers are left-handed.
That's right.
All those you mentioned were left-handed. 0-2 delivery. Low. Bobby Shantz, I guess, recognized as one of the best fielding pitchers of all time, and he was left-handed.
Yep. Harry the Cat Burkeen way back. That's why they call him the Cat.
All right, the 1-2 pitch coming, and it's in on the ground to second base. Campy has it. To Smalley one, back to first, safe, and the run scores. Now, Scooter, why did the Yankees not get a double play there? The ball was sharply hit.
Well, I'm not picking on Roy Smalley, but Smalley does not have the quick release of an Andre Robertson. Campy got the ball, as you said, it was hit hard. Fed it to Smalley perfectly, but Roy's got to take that one extra step to get rid of the ball. He's not like Robertson, where he can just flip the ball. He's got to get that full extension and throw. And you usually lose double plays by just that fraction of a second.
Well, I thought when the ball was hit that they had a good chance to get the double play, and it was not really close at first base. White, of course, has good speed. And the run scores. The Royals lead 1-0. RBI for White, who's 47th of the year. And Don Slot, the catcher, is up. Takes the ball. Slot 2 for 5 in the series. He's hitting .239 for the year. And it's right. 1-1. Slot has not hit a home run this year. He has 12 runs batted in. Been hurt this season. Raleigh throws to first base. Shane Raleigh lifetime against the Royals has won 5 and lost only 2.
This time. Also, Billy likes to pitch in the bullpen, gets a good rest when Raleigh's pitching normally.
He throws a changeup to first base. It's a little off-off. Raleigh in 19 previous starts has pitched 8 complete games, and 2 of them have been shutouts. The 1-1 pitch. Look down in the right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And let's see if White tries for third. He'll make it. On to third base as Manella throws the ball into Campanera. So Slot singles. White is at third. 2 outs at the top of the order coming on. Willie Wilson.
Frank, let's take a 10-second Ron Jeans timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Ron Jeans is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Financial advice you can trust from Bill Bresnan weekdays at noon here on Talk Radio 77.
All right, we go to Wilson. He popped up to Balboni at foul ground. His first at bat swings and slices a foul back into the crowd. No balls, 1 strike. Look around the stadium, Scooter. Folks are still coming in.
Yep. Yesterday was a late arriving crowd.
Well, you said there was a big traffic jam yesterday, though, huh?
Yeah, they all decided to come late.
The 0-1 pitch. Cut on and bounced off the end of the bat to the pitcher, Raleigh. He fields it on the run and goes to first base for an unassisted put out to retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 men left. In the middle of the second, Royals 1, Yankees nothing.
We've got probably the hottest hitter in the big leagues right now up there, Frank Metzer.
Yes, Mr. Don Baylor. He's 7 for 11 in this series. Big, strong right-hand batter hitting .301 now. The 11 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Baylor stepped out. Now he goes back in. And the pitch. Strike 1 call. Fastball is over. In his last 4 games, Baylor has gone 10 for 16. And Baylor takes low a ball, 1-1. A lot of people are talking about Guidry flying up it last night. Scooter had a good slider, good fastball.
Boy, that was great to see.
The 1-1 pitch. Hit high in the air to left field. Just got under it. That'll be caught by the left fielder, Roberts. And there's 1 away. He just missed 1 there, Scooter.
You certainly are right, Frank. He had a beautiful swing and just got the bottom part of the ball.
You know, Guidry's win last night was the 113th of his career and tied him with Eddie Lopak for 11th place on the all-time pitching list.
Wow.
And he also took over 5th place on the all-time strikeout list of Yankee pitchers.
Louisiana Lightning, boy, he looked like it led. He got strongest towards the end of the game.
Yes, he did. He paced himself well and was striking out a lot of people late in the ball game. All right, here's Dave Winfield, dropped down to the number 5 spot in the order, and he takes high and outside, ball 1. Winfield is 1 for 10 in this series. His 1 hit was a home run.
I hope that makes Dave really mad. So many players did so much better when they get a little angry.
And ball 2 is thrown high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Being moved down in the
Yes,
order.
being moved down to 5th. Everybody likes to hit 4. Just the status symbol. Be the cleanup hitter.
Black takes off a side. Now he's ready. 2-0 pitch. Winfield swings and drives it deep left center field. Way back, and A.B. See you later. Home run Winfield almost to the flagpole.
Holy cow, did that make him mad, Frank?
It made him mad.
Unbelievable. I mean, that ball was that too.
It went into the monument, Scooter.
Yeah, I know it. Oh, what a shot that was.
A couple of the relief pitchers out there can't believe it. One on the Yankee side and one on the Royals side. Getty got it, and he had that one almost to Tulsa.
Man, what?
Isn't that where Getty's headquarters is now?
They are.
Look at it on the screen, Scooter.
They right into the monument. You need some of those Getty coupons to go that far in the car.
I'll tell you, that would be a $6 cab ride. Dave Kemp. That's it.
I can't get over that.
I can't either. I'm in awe of that home run.
I figured it was going one bounce against the fence, but that just kept taking off.
So we're tied 1-1, and Kemp takes the ball, hits this one on the ground at second. A little strange hop, but Frank White stays with it and throws him out. There are 2 away. I'd like to have a measurement on that home run.
Oh, that would be exciting.
Well, let's see. It's to the fence. It's 430 feet.
Yep. It had to be another 35 or 40 feet beyond that.
Wow. And a line drive.
Yeah, that's what amazed me.
All right, here's Balboni. Steve is hitting .231, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. That was Winfield's 16th home run of the year. He now has 62 runs batted in. Winfield's last 2 hits have been home runs. We're tied at 1. That was the Yankees' first hit off Bud Black, and the 6th home run surrendered by the left-hander this year. The windup and the pitch to Balboni. Up high and on speed pitch. Now the windup by Black. The 1-0 to Balboni. Curveball is bounced to third. It's foul. Brett flags it down, but it's foul ground. Balboni just has not seemed to be able to adjust to the off-speed pitch or the breaking pitch.
No, and it's strange, because that's all they're throwing him.
Well, that's all they threw him in the International League.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, he's got to be pressing. He knows he gets so seldom is he used. And he figures he's got to hit one out of the park every time up. He can hit him as far as Winfield. We've seen him do it.
By Black winds and the 1-1 pitch. Halfway off speed. Perhaps down there the pitcher's control is not quite as good. They may get behind him and then have to come in with a fastball on occasion. No, 2-1 pitch. Popped it up the chute. Down comes Brett. Also Slot the catcher. Brett calls Slot off, and Brett near the plate makes the catch. And that ball would have hit in foul ground. 1 run on Winfield's homer at the end of 2. It's the Yankees 1 and the Royals 1. UL Washington is the leadoff batter as we go to the third. First pitch, a strike call. Raleigh winds, kicks and offers again. Breaking ball is bounced past the mound to his right. Campaneris has it. Second baseman throw to Balboni in plenty of time. Washington is out. 1 away. We're tied 1-1. The Royals with a run in the top of the second, and then Winfield's long, hard home run in the bottom of the second. George Brett will step in. Single to center his first time at that. Brett, a left-hand hitter. Al McRae moves out on deck. Brett single his first time up, and it's according to the computerized scoreboard, 3 points to his batting average, up to 355. That doesn't seem right, but we'll accept it for what is up there in white and blue. A ball thrown, and Raleigh back again. High flies it into fairly shallow left center field. Kemp, the left fielder, is over. Creeks under it and makes the catch. There are 2 down. John Gordon has joined us, and John, That home run by Winfield's got to be one of the hardest balls we've seen all season, and among the hardest hit balls I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was watching Winfield on the replay. When you hit a ball to Death Valley here at Yankee Stadium, you automatically run it out because Death Valley, of course, is just so huge that you never know what's going to happen. But Winfield took one step from home plate. He knew that one was even gone to Death Valley. Had to be a 450, 60-foot home run at least.
At least. Scooter estimated maybe 470 to 75. All right, here's Hal McRae with 2 outs, nobody on. McRae grounded out to third his first time up.
You know how Scooter exaggerates, all right?
Oh, Scooter wouldn't exaggerate.
Oh, I thought he left. Oh.
Now we're ready, and McRae takes the fastball outside. 1-1 ball game. Raleigh's 1-0 pitch. Curveball is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Al McRae is 4th in the American League with his .327 batting average. And a strike, 2-1.
We were chatting before the game about players and how they get themselves involved in slumps and what happens during the course of the year. We were talking about Hal McRae. He has not gone 2 consecutive games this year without at least 1 hit. That's amazing, really, because when you look at what Winfield has done and what Carew is doing now, some of the others, I mean, they're really down.
Al McRae takes ball 4 and draws a walk. McRae is a good, steady hitter. Plays within himself. 1 year, his average tail way off. They wanted him to try to hit home run. Whitey Herzog, I believe, was managing Kansas City then. They wanted home run production from him. So McRae down at first. Balboni will hold. And Amos Otis, the batter. Otis takes the strike over the outside part of the plate. Balboni made it outstanding. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Otis had a good stroke that time. We're tied 1-1 here at Yankee Stadium. As Scooter left the microphone, the sky started getting darker. We've got to get him back down here, brighten things up again. 0-2 pitch, and Otis stepped out. Raleigh lobbed the pitch up to the plate in the dirt. No pitch. No ball, 2 strikes. Otis bats out of a closed stance, feet fairly close together. And Raleigh's pitch to him, fastball down low, I guess. Jerome started to the dugout. Had the plate, and it wasn't high. Yep, a bit low. I think Jerome tried to steal one there, John.
Mm-hmm. And McCollum behind the plate snapped it in, and he had the ball called.
Pitch is inside, has Otis skipping rope. 2 balls and 2 strikes. John Watton is the on-deck batter. 1-1 ball game. Top of the 3rd inning. 2 outs. McRae at first after drawing a walk. Second issued by Raleigh. Now Shane is ready. The kick and the pitch. Line drive right back in Raleigh's glove. Good defense catch right there. Otis hit that ball a ton, and it lodged in Raleigh's glove. In the middle of the 3rd, it's the Yankees 1 and the Royals 1.
Composer.
In fact, I would imagine we'll have pretty good crowds on the road trip, especially in Texas, where the Rangers are bidding to become the divisional leader in the West. I see they had a big crowd last night, 43,000 plus, largest ever at Arlington Stadium.
Right, it was an all-time high. Roy Smalley leads off and takes the breaking ball knee high, strike 1. Smalley, a switch hitter up there as the right-hand batter. He's hitting .269, 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in. They had that night in Arlington last night, and the largest crowd in their history. Pitches inside, 1-1. We had a notice on the sports tickers that they delayed the start of the game last night because of the traffic jam getting in. 1-1 pitch outside. Imagine the traffic jam getting out there. But everybody tries to leave at once. That is the only problem there. They have lots of markers. And a rather nice little ballpark. But it's awfully tough to get in and out. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch comes. Hit in the air to shallow center field. Coming hard, Wilson. Will he get there? He dives and makes the catch. Great play by Willie Wilson as he dove head first and caught that ball and gets a handshake from the left fielder, Leon Roberts, and Roberts replaces the big divot that Wilson dug up. He made a great play there. Head first dive for it. Caught it just before it hit the ground.
That's perhaps the toughest way to dive for a ball because it's the toughest judgment play that you have to make. But Wilson did it well, and he kind of caught it up a little bit. He didn't really catch it as close to the ground as he thought he was going to catch to the ground, but he did make a good play.
Rick Ferrone steps in and swings and lines one toward the left field corner. Foul ball. Just in the seats where they got out to the foul line. Ferrone is 2 for 7 in this series. Weiniger still a bit under the weather. 0-1 pitch to Rick. Fast and low for ball. 1-1. Yankees' great bench coming into play right now with some injuries. Fly ball is hit into center field. Wilson to his left. Moves under it, pounds the glove, makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Hey, here's so many times that it is so true. It's 25 players that win a divisional pennant for you, and that's what every team has to have that is going to contend down the stretch drive. They think they can do it with just the starting 8 they put out on the field. They're going to really be in trouble in August and September.
Rick Campaneris will be the batter, grounded out his first time up, and he takes low from the left-hander Bud Black. Weiniger has a full groin. 1-0 pitch. We understand that is Gamble's problem, slightly full groin.
Yeah, the injuries to the Yankee players, they're not serious injuries, they're nagging injuries, which everybody always comes up with one time or another during the course of the year. The note page said today that Winfield was going to be rested because of the fact that he's had tired legs of late, but he didn't have a tired bat his first time up, I'll tell you that.
No, but he didn't have to use his legs like that either.
That's right.
And Winfield, of course, playing center field, which is tough on the leg. 2 balls and a strike to count out of Campaneris. He fouls one for the upper deck off the first base side. And the count is 2-2. That was an awesome home run by Winfield. Now the wind by Black, and Campaneris steps out, doing an Amos Otis. Now he's back in, and the 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Campaneris just protecting the plate that time.
Atlanta has knocked out Marty Weissstrom and scored 6 runs off of the Phillies in the bottom of the first inning, and that was after Philadelphia had scored 2 in the top of the first. A lot of run production down there.
2-2 pitch, foul back. May have been a little bit high, but Campaneris took a swing at it. Joe Torre's doing a good job down there in Atlanta.
Yeah, the Dodgers have picked up a little bit, but the L.A. team is still chasing Atlanta. The Braves won't let the Dodgers catch them. They really have a good team, and it looks like they're going to contend for sure in that NL West.
3.5 game lead at the moment. Ground ball, and White cannot get it. On throw to right center field. Base hit for Campaneris. Frank White, the second baseman, went to his right, but he couldn't quite reach it. That is the Yankees' second hit of the ball game, the other being Winfield's home run in the second. Well, the Western Division of the American League is tight. Top 4 clubs separated by only 2 games, with the White Sox leading Kansas by a game. California and Kansas City 2 games out. Oakland 6.5 out. Greg Meadows will bat. He pops to the third baseman, Brett, his first trip. Swings and misses. Strike one. National League East, the Pirates by a game over Montreal. Philadelphia a game and a half out. And St. Louis just 2 out. Cubs 5.5 out. And the Mets 13.5 back. Now the 0-1 pitch. And the breaking ball is a call, strike two.
Certainly there's a lot of parity in the divisional races this year. I read a note this morning on Frank White where he said that he can remember just a couple of years ago when at the All-Star break, the Kansas City Royals had a 12-game lead over their closest team. That just doesn't seem to happen anymore in baseball.
Now, for a while, the Royals made a shambles in the West. Look out, Greg, up under his chin. Off the pitch. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Lou Piniella is waiting on deck. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom half of the third inning. Campaneris leads away at first, draws a throw, and gets back. Campy was undecided whether to scissors slide back or go back standing, so he went back kneeling. Halfway in between. Now the stretch by Bud Black and another throw to first. Campaneris slides back to the bag. One and 2 count. The set by Black and the pitch to Nettles. Over but low. And the count is 2-2. And now both Black and Swat wanted a strike ball there. Swat is still talking to the plate umpire McClellan. Down on the cross, but you can tell when the catcher is jawing at the umpire. 2-2 the count. Campaneris is first. 2 out. And a throw to first base. Not a good throw that time, and Campaneris was back easily. We're tied at 1, bottom half of the third. Black stretches, comes set below the belt, holds the set, double checks the runner, and now the pitch. Campy goes, Nettles swings, bounces it back to the mound. Easy play for the pitcher Black, who lobs on to first baseman Watson. No run to hit, and the man left. And the 3, it's the Yankees 1 and the Royals 1.
Well, we go to the top half of the fourth inning. John Watham leads it off against Shane Raleigh, and the first pitch a curve in for a strike, and no balls and 1 strike. A 1-1 tie game. The Royals are on 3 hits. The Yankees are on 2 hits. Fastball swung and missed, strike 2. And Watham, who walked and scored that run for Kansas City back in the second inning, is deep in the hole at no balls and 2 strikes. Leon Roberts scheduled to hit next. The Royals in the fourth, and right now they're tied with the Yankees at 1-1. Here's Raleigh. He's a quick worker, and the pitch. Fastball high and away, and it's 1-2. Watson is at first base this afternoon, and Don Swan is catching. Here's the 1-2 delivery, a fastball high, and 2-2 the count. That was Dick Hauser's game plan in the early goings of this 83 season to sit down Willie Aikens against left-handers. Curve, swung on and foul back, and it's 1-2-2 still the count to John Watham. Then Aikens got hot with the bat, and Hauser was playing him against both right-handers and left-handers, and Watham was doing the balance of the catching. Here's the 2-2 delivery, line drive, and a base hit into right center. Winship is over quickly, makes the play. Watham will be held to a long single, and Leon Roberts will be the batter. And Sunday, hello to Bill White here this afternoon. How are you? You're not talking at all? Today or ever again? We might hear from Bill White a little later on. We'll wait and see. We might have to coax him a little bit. You still mad at Rizzuto and you're taking it out on me? Well, that's not right. My goodness. If you got something, you got a bone to pick with Rizzuto, pick it with Rizzuto, but don't pick it with me. Here's the set. And the throw to first, back in time, is base runner John Watson. Now, I understand you have a chance to work with Rizzuto a little bit later on. Foul, out of play, that one to the Yankee dugout. Back to Balfour at first base. And it's 2 strikes to Captain Roberts. He broke his back, and now we'll hear from Bill White.
Let's take a 10-second Lon James timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Lon James is the official timekeeper of the 84 Olympics in Los Angeles. Good company and good conversation from Michael Jackson weekdays at 2 here on Talk Radio 77.
Hello,
Sam Ellis went out for some reason. Sammy bounced out. He was talking to Raleigh and also Cerrone. Maybe they threw a pitch that Ellis didn't like.
Roberts said no balls at one strike. He fouled the pitch to the Yankee dugout. He did not have a good swing or a good look at the ball. At first is Watson. There's nobody out. The Royals are batting in the fourth in a 1-1 tie game. Now to set and the check of the runner at first. Back in time is Watson. You're going to watch him. He's an expert base runner. He has 18 stolen bases. He's been caught 4 times. There he goes, and a pitch. It's a check swing, foul ball. It hit behind home plate, bounced out in front of home plate. Cerrone's questioning the call.
Well, he hit the bat twice, John. He tried to check the swing, bounced straight down and bounced up and hit Roberts' bat, and immediately the home plate umpire, Tim McClellan, called foul.
So Roberts is at 2 strikes, and Watson is back at first base. He had a very good break on Raleigh. But the foul ball, of course, negates the stolen base opportunity for John Watson, and he's back at first. Here's the set, and the delivery, a foul to right. Roberts looked like he wanted to hit the ball, and he just punched it beyond the Yankee dugout, and a 2-strike count still to Leon Roberts. Raleigh's ready. He looks to the runner at first. A good lead by Watson again. And the pitch. Bounding ball right side. It is through. And past Campaneris. Here's Watson on his way to third. Canella's up with the ball. A strong throw. Not in time. Back to second. And Roberts is going to be out. So they did get one out of the inning. And what will be a 9-5-6 scoring play. Calling the shortstop. Covering his second base. The third is Watson. There's one down, and the Royals have the go-ahead run in scoring position with Frank White stepping in. That's a hit for Roberts, and then he's out trying to move to second base on the throw to third. 9-5-6. Here's White, and the infield will be gone in. Fielder's choice at an RBI his first time up, and 0 for 1 in the game. He had a shot to Campaneris at second, but the Yankees failed to turn a double play to end the inning, and a run scored. Foul. Back to the netting, and strike 1 the count to Frank White. Well, it seems like the Royals have been hovering around the 500 mark all season long. They're presently 1 under at 44 and 45. And the pitch. He went around on that one, I'm sure. Strike 2 is he tried to hold up on a low breaking pitch, and it's no balls at 2 strikes. They've not been able to break away and extend the winning streak. Get over that 500 up. Here's the 2-strike delivery, just inside. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Frank White.
I think the key there, they don't have Dennis Leonard, who's been their best pitcher over the last few years, and if Leonard were around, they would obviously be over 500.
Now the set by Raleigh, the look, and here's the 1-2 delivery, bounding ball, deep third, Mills knocks it down, but can't make a play. As White will reach his first base, Watson is across to score, and the Royals take a 2-1 lead. Sure, that'll be a base hit. Greg had the backhand, a hot shot behind third base. He did stop it. And by the time he picked it up, he could not make a throw.
White has both runs batted in. He hasn't gotten the ball to the infield yet.
So Watson's run snaps the tie, and the Royals lead it now by a 2-1 score. Still 1 out, and Don Slott, number 9 batter in the order, stepping in to face Shane Raleigh. Set and pitch. Line drive and a base hit to left past Smalley. And played by Kemp in left field. Sharply hit by Slott. Oh, now 4 straight hits in the inning.
Oh, we talked about Shane Raleigh, and he seems to go along pitching well. All of a sudden, he'll have 1 bad inning. Sometimes the game gets out of hand, and so far this has been his bad inning. 4 straight singles here in the 4th inning, and now Dale Murray gets up and starts throwing in the Yankee bullpen. I think for Raleigh to be a consistent winner, he's got to try to avoid that 1 bad inning of ball game. A consistent winning pitcher, I should say.
Raleigh is 9-8 coming in. And he did win his last start. It was a complete game victory. Here's the set now. The look to the runners at first and second, and here's the pitch. Wilson swings and misses for a strike and no balls and one strike.
You know, Wilson hurt his shoulder, his right shoulder, when he made that diving catch last inning. And he's been flexing that shoulder. I don't know how it affects his batting, but it did affect his throwing. The trainer looked at him there.
No balls, one strike to count to Wilson. 2 on. The lead runner at second is Frank White, and here's Campanera shining over toward the bag. White back, no pickup attempt by Raleigh. All the hits in the inning have been singles, and 4 straight. There's one out, though. Roberts was out trying to stretch his hit. Here's a punt by Wilson. Let's see if they call him out, because Wilson punted the ball in the batter's box, and then it came out, and Wilson was out of the batter's box. Billy Mark is going to argue here, but there's no call from Tim McClellan, the plate umpire.
McClellan was blocked off. He didn't see the ball. He took both hands up, and I think he's asking for help. And second base umpire Joe Brinkman's coming on now, and he's going to make the call. He's going to take responsibility as Martin argues with Brinkman. And Brinkman is going to say, I saw the ball hitting while it was in the batter's box. They're taking anything to pressure off on the umpire. They look to Tim McClellan. Martin's upset. And now first base umpire Drew Vogel comes on, and he helps out Brinkman and McClellan. So Martin's now voted 3-1. The guy who didn't get in that was the third base umpire, Nick Grimmigan.
And that's the first umpire that McClellan looked to when the ball ended up in front of home plate. But Brinkman was the cause of McClellan, along with first base umpire Drew Goebel. So it goes as a strike, and it's 0-2 to Willie Wilson. Here's the set by Raleigh, and the delivery. A fastball is wide, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield playing Wilson straight away. They're not too deep. They'd like to have a shot at trying to throw on wide of the plate on a possible base hit. Here's Campaneris again as he darts toward second and brings White back to the second base bag, but there's no pickoff attempt by Raleigh. He just stepped off. Here's the 1-2 to Wilson. Changeup is wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kansas City has taken the lead here in the 4th inning. They lead it 2-1. And they're threatening to add to that lead with 2 out and only 1 away. And the pitch. Swing! Wilson after those fastball. I tell you what, Bill, he did look like he's having trouble swinging.
I think his right shoulder is giving him a lot of problems. I believe one of the reasons he tried to bunt with runners at first and second. He was trying to drive the ball somewhere, but with the second strike, Wilson tried to bunt. And then he had a very poor cut at that fastball down.
All right, it's going to be Washington turn to bat for the Royals here in the top half of the 4th. Still 2 on, 2 away. Raleigh's second strikeout of the game. Kane sets the pitches. And a fastball for a strike, no balls, and 1 strike to Washington. He's 0 for 2. He took a called third strike in the first inning and then grounded out to second baseman Campaneris in the 3rd inning. Washington steps out now and does some adjustment with his batting helmet. Gets back into the batter's box, and it's no balls and 1 strike to count to him. George Pratt due up next. The look by Raleigh, and here's the delivery. Change wide, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Royals have broken the 1-1 tie with a run here in the 4th inning, a single by Frank White. That was knocked down by Nettles at deep third, scoring John Watham from third base. And the pitch. Fly, right field. It's hit fairly deep. Pinella chasing. Caught it! Well, actually, Pinella overran the ball and had to reach back in front of him to make the grab on it as he was falling down. When the circus set by Lou Pinella to retire UL Washington and the Royals here in the 4th inning. And that's all for Kansas City. They get a run on 4 hits and they lead 2. And at the end of 3 1/2, the Royals lead the Yankees 2-1.
The Whitaker card and you'll receive a $50 gift certificate. The number again, 7566. Well, Lou Piniella with his partner. Lou was playing shallow for UL Washington. They had to hustle back, and then he had to backpedal, then he fell down, but he reached back and made the catch. And it was called a great catch. Goes down as a partner. I like that call you just said there. That's good. And guess who's leading off, huh? Always happens.
Yeah. Here's Piniella to lead it out for the Yankees in the bottom half of the fourth inning. He'll be followed by Don Baylor and then Dave Winfield. So the Yankees bring some big batting guns to the plate here against Bud Black. Left-hander who is now gained the lead at 2-1. Teammates backing him with 7 hits thus far in the game. The Yankees have but 2. Home run from Winfield and a single by Campanera. Piniella bounced out his first time up, third to first, and here's Black to Lou, and it's high for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Piniella steps out, back into the batter's box again, and ready to work. Throws Bud Black to lefty as he works to the line, and here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled to Don Zimmer at the third base coaching box. And 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Piniella. Well, Dave Righetti will pitch against Mike Smithson tomorrow night in the opening game of the Texas series. Ray Fontenot against Frank Tanana on Tuesday night, and then Matt Keogh against Charlie Huff on Wednesday night. Those are the pitching probables for the 3-game Rangers series at Texas. Piniella's swing, line one down the left field line, service, foul, and a long strike. I believe that one had enough to tie the game, right?
You know, Lou's power pitch is a lot different from most right-handed hitters' power. Normally they like the ball up with a long ball, but Lou, on a ball down, will pull it and hit it to the distance.
He really pulled that one, and he did hit it for distance, but it was just to the left of the foul pole, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Lou Piniella. So Bud Black into the line now, and here's a 1-2 delivery, a curve foul past Zimmer, and out of play, and still 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Royals are in front of the game at 2-1, and they've out hit the Yankees 7-2. There are no errors in the game. Haven't had an error in the series yet, and this is the 4th and final game, not only of the series but of the season series. Here's a bounding ball hit towards short, played by Washington. Quick flip to first. Piniella is out. He reached for that one and bounced it to shortstop Washington. Don Baylor will be the hitter. Just thinking about Lou Piniella, he changes his batting stance so much, Bill. Doesn't that confuse pitchers on how to pitch him from time to time when he comes up there with a little bit different stance?
Well, you still have the same weaknesses and strengths no matter where you stand in the batter's box normally.
All right, Baylor stepping in, the right-handed hitter, the designated hitter, and the first pitch to him. A fastball is wide, and a 1 ball and no strike. Here's Black. He's looking quickly, and the 1-1 delivery, change up, foul back to the netting and out of play. And 1-1 to count to Baylor. Down his first time up, flying to left fielder, Leon Roberts, and is 0 for 1 in the game. Baylor's having an excellent series against the Royals. He's 7 for 12 against Kansas City pitching, hitting an even 300 with the 0 for 1 effort today. Black ready as he works to the line, and here's the 1-1 delivery, foul back, and 1-2. Well, one of the late West Coast games last night, the Seattle Mariners got an outstanding pitching performance from Bob Stoddard, a 2-hitter, and he had a no-hitter going into the 8th inning. The Red Sox catcher Getman broke up the no-hit bid. Here's the 1-2 delivery, that's just low, and is 1-2. Seattle won the game 5-0. Tigers were victorious on the West Coast last night. They beat California 7-2. And they hold that half-game lead over the Yankees for third place in the Eastern Division. Foul to the upper deck and out of play. 2-2 the count to Baylor. One down, nobody on. The leadoff batter, Panilla's bounced out short to first. Taylor swings, bounce right up the middle. Here's a tough play for White at second base. His long throw is inside. Taylor's out by a step, and there are 2 down in the inning. White had to go back behind second base and was a step on the outfield drive. And he got to throw in time to retire Baylor. Here's Winfield. He hit a long home run. Wasn't a towering blast by any means. It was just a line drive home run. What is your guess to the estimate of the footage of that one?
I don't have one, but it went into the... it contains the monument here. That's a good ways out there.
Well over 450 feet. And the Yankees tied the game at 1-1 with the Winfield homer. The Royals have gained the lead back at 2-1 with a run in the fourth inning. Yankees are batting here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 ball to Winfield. There's a curve ball and 2 balls and no strikes. Now the Yankees are trying to put the finishing touches on a very successful homestand here at Yankee Stadium. They won 3 out of 4 from Texas. They swept Minnesota. And thus far they've won 2 out of 3 against Kansas City. A win here today would give them a 9-2 record in the 11 home games. Pitch low, and it's at the knees for a strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Whack for a low fastball, and just caught the knees of Winfield for a 2-1 count. Here's Whack now full wide, and the pitch, bounding ball hit towards short. Washington has it. Throws to first to retire Winfield and the Yankees. They're down in 1-2-3 fashion, and that's all for the Yanks in the fourth. No runs, no hits, nobody left. At the end of 4, Kansas City leading New York 2-1. All right, George Brett will lead it off as the Royals come to bat in the top half of the 5th inning, and they lead it 2-1. And the first pitch to Brett is high, and it's 1 ball and no strike. Shane Raleigh, the left-hander, he's gone all the way thus far, and he has scattered 7 hits. The bounding ball hit towards short. Smalley scoops it up, throws to first to retire Brett, and there's 1 down. I crossed a note on Brett the other day, Bill, by Rex Bradley, who's the vice president of Hillridge and Bradley Bat Company, that George changes models with his moods. He's tried 14 different models, and he's now presently using a Mark Strawberry model, the old Met.
Well, there are plenty of it.
That's the one that he picked up. And here's the pitch now to McRae. He lines a foul down the left field line and out of play, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. You would think a batter like George Brett, as good a hitter as he is, would stick with 1 model, but to change, as this man says, Bradley from the Hillridge Company, 14 different models he's used. Pitch is high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Raleigh, a quick worker, and the pitch. Here's a line drive into shallow center. Winfield coming on. He's there to make the catch for the out. McRae is down, and he's been held hitless here this afternoon. 0 for 2, and now Amos Otis. In the top of the 5th with the Royals leading 2-1 and 2 down, nobody on. Amos Otis steps in. He was robbed of an extra base hit his first time up. He hit one down the right field line to the opposite way, and Balboni made a diving stop and then the unassisted play to retirement first. And he was out on a line drive right back to Raleigh in the 3rd inning. Shane kind of leaned to his left and stepped it. Here's a pitch that's outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Otis steps out now as Raleigh was ready to work and time call. Shane was in his windup, but he just stopped and did not pitch the ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Otis hitting at .267. 2 homers, 24 RBIs. And the pitch. Way high, and 2-0 the count.
Royals got a run in the second. The Yankees tied it with a Winfield homer in the bottom of the second. Kansas City broke the tie with a single run in the fourth. They lead it 2-1. Strike called, a fastball on the outside corner. And 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Amos Otis. And the pitch. Here's a fly to center, curving toward right center. Winfield racing over, and he can't get it. It drops in front of him. It'll be a base hit for Amos Otis. And John Watham will be the batter. Hit number 8 in the game for the Kansas City team. And the first for A.O. All right, Watham, a walk and a run scored, a hit and a run scored. He's 1 for 1, and he scored both of the Kansas City runs. Outfield plays Watham straight away. The infield at their normal spots, and here's the pitch to Watham. Changeup is in for strike, no balls and 1 strike. Shane Raleigh facing John Watham with 2 down and 1 on, and the Royals fighting in the 5th inning. Foul to the upper deck. Catch that one, and it drops down to the box 6 section, and it is 2 strikes to count quickly to John Watham. Final game of the season series between the Yankees and the Royals, and the Yankees need to win it to gain the edge. And right now, they have won 6 of the 11 that have been played. The Royals winning 5. And the pitch. Here's a changeup that has popped up into shallow right. Campanera is waving off Pinella, and Tempe's got it, and the inning is over. So the Royals are down here in the 5th inning. No runs to hit. And at the end of 5, make it 4.5. It is the Royals 2 and the Yankees 1. All right, the Yankees coming to bat in the bottom half of the 5th inning and trailing 2-1 in the game. The Yankees will be returning home following this series after the road trip where they play at Texas, Chicago, and Toronto. It'll be a big homestand with the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. Hosting the surprising Blue Jays for an important 4-game series, August 8 through 10, highlighted by Frito-Lay Yankee Backpack Day on Wednesday afternoon, August 10th. All fans 14 and under attending the game will receive a Yankee backpack. Compliments of Frito-Lay, makers of Lay's and Ruffles brand potato chips. Kemp takes the strike, a curve across from Black, and it is no balls and 1 strike. Here's Black right back, and Kemp swings and flies one to left. Here's Roberts over to his right, making the catch for the out, and Steve Kemp 0 for 2 today. After that 4-hit effort last night, Kemp was grounded out and flied out. And now Steve Balboni, the right-handed hitting first baseman. 2-1, the Royals leading the Yankees here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 1 down, nobody on. Yankees have but 2 hits in the game. Homer from Winfield, single from Campanera. That's ball for a strike, no balls and 1 strike. Here's Black as he works to the line. The pitch, a wide fastball, and 1-1 the count. Balboni hitting at .225, 2 homers, and 8 RBIs. Both of his homers on the road. It one at Kansas City and another at the Metrodome in Minneapolis. Lined foul, ducking Don Zimmer. Avoiding that sharp shot, and it is 1-2 the count to Steve Balboni. Ball, 2 strikes. As Black works to the line, here's the pitch to Balboni. That's ball wide, and it's 2-2 the count. The Royals lead it 2-1, and the Yankees and Royals were tied at 1-1 when Kansas City broke the tie with a run in the 4th inning. Foul back, and it's 2-2 still the count to Balboni. A product of the New York Yankee organization. Signed out of Eckerd College down in St. Petersburg, Florida. College coach is Bill Lipsy, managing Oleana this year in the New York Pet League. There's the 2-2 delivery. Inside, almost hit him, and 3-2, a full count to Balboni.
So a payoff pitch coming now from the left-hander Bud Black to the right-handed hitting Steve Balboni. One down, nobody on. Kemp is flying to left for the opening out of the inning. And Black ready, kicks off one side. Here's the pitch, fastball, and it's fouled back and out of play. And it's still the 3-2 count to Steve Balboni. Rigetti will be on the hill for the Yankees tonight. And the team from Arlington Stadium in Texas, Mike Smithson will be his mound opponent as the Yankees start the road trip at Texas. 3 games against the Rangers. Then they have 4 against the Chicago White Sox. And 4 in 3 days against the Toronto Blue Jays. 11 games on the road. They'll play it in 11 days. There's the one-off day, Thursday, in Chicago. One away, nobody on, and Black facing Balboni at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the line, and the Black 3-2 offering. Swing, and a miss, strike 3, check him out. Molly will bat before he does. Let's take a 10-second Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 84 Olympics in Los Angeles.
America's foremost radio psychologist, Dr. Tony Grant, weekdays at 4 on Talk Radio 77.
All right, Smalley stepping in, and he's 0 for 1, flying to center, first time up. Trying to check his swing and a low breaking pitch. He went around on it, and it's 1 strike to count to Smalley. Strikeout. Whipping Balboni is the first strikeout of the game for Bud Black. He hasn't walked anybody as yet. He's given up only 2 hits. Smalley looks one into center. That was not for a hit. He was tight again, and Smalley right off the handle into center field. 2-out single by Roy Smalley, and the Yankees have a runner at first, and Rick Cerrone will be the batter. Well, Cerrone, his first time up, fly to center, and it's 0 for 1 in the game. So Black, after getting the first 2 hitters of the inning, Kemp and Balboni, yields the 2-out single to Roy Smalley. He's at first, and here's Cerrone, the second pitch, and if that ball wide, it's 1 ball and no strikes to count. Toronto's playing tonight, and the other contending teams in the Eastern Division of the American League, the Orioles and the Tigers, are playing out on the West Coast. And Milwaukee has their game started already against the White Sox. Red Sox also playing in the West Coast. They're playing at Seattle. And the pitch is down low, 2 balls and no strikes. That's a late afternoon game. 2-0, the count to Cerrone. Smalley at first. There's 2 down in the Yankee bottom half of the 5th inning. Here's the set now. The look and the Bud Black pitch is wide. Ball 3, and it's 3-0. So Black, after retiring Kemp and Balboni, allows the hit to Smalley and drops 3-0 to Rick Cerrone. He's set. And the 3-0 delivery. Strike, a fastball right across, and 3-1. Cerrone hitting at 185. And he has 1 home run and 13 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Foul back. It'll reach the upper deck, and it is a 3-2 count. Smalley will be released at first on the 3-2 2-out pitch. Black at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the set and the pitch. There goes the runner. A bounding ball and a great stop by Fred at third. Throws out Cerrone, and the inning is over. The Yankees stop with an offensive gem by George Fred. 2-5. Royals 2, Yankees 1.
Think of a sports car.
Leon Roberts bounces one to short. Russ Smalley throws on the first base. Has got him. We're at the top of the sixth. Royals lead 2-1. And the Rollins just a little bit off the breaking ball. Had Roberts shot front for the 6-3 putout. One down.
All right, Bill, we're going to take a look at the Yankees scoreboard here during this half inning, brought to you by members only, makers of outerwear and spectator wear. The Toronto, Texas game is tonight. And the first and two at Cleveland. The Twins are leading the Indians by a 7-4 score. The White Sox are ahead of Milwaukee 1-0 at the end of two. The rest of the American League on the West Coast.
Frank White takes the breaking ball out of the inside corner for strike. White has not gotten the ball out of the infield yet, but he's driven in both Royal runs. Raleigh's next pitch, changeup, deep to left. Going back is Kent, still on the run. It's over his head and up against the wall. White around first, hitting for second. He's going to try for three. The first will not be in time as the ball gets over Smalley's head, and Campaneris has to run it down into shallow left. So Frank White tripling over the head of Steve Kemp and left field one away.
Here at the scoreboard, Cincinnati leads the match 3-2 at the end of 4.5. First of two, the Pirates have beaten San Francisco 3-1 at Three Rivers. Houston and Montreal at the end of 7. A shutout by Steve Rogers is a 12-game winner, and it is a 7-0 lead for Montreal. So he's in Atlanta 7-2, the Braves lead, and that's at the end of 4. St. Louis 3-0 over L.A. at the end of 5. San Diego, Chicago at the end of 4.5. The Padres lead it 2-1.
Frank White at third base with one away. The Yankees bring their infield in, and the batter is Don Slott, the catcher, who is 2 for 2, both singles in the ballgame. Single to right in the second. Single to left field in the fourth inning. Raleigh sets, and the pitch. Way outside, ball one. Nettles, Smalley, Campaneris, and Balboni around the infield grass. Kemp with the field, and Pinella playing straight away with Pinella playing a shallow right field. Royals lead 2-1, trying to add to that lead in the sixth inning. The 1-0 pitch to Slot. Popped up right side in foul territory. Balboni over. He'll run out of room. That ball is well back in the field. 1-1.
And the Yankees scoreboard is brought to you by members only, makers of outerwear and spectator wear with the style, the fit, and the colors you want to wear everywhere. Look for the members only label that tells you it's the original at fine stores near you.
Jane Raleigh gets through baseball, and he works on it as he goes back up top. Frank White at third. With one away, and the count 1-ball, one strike on Don Slott, the catcher. Now the set. And the 1-1 pitch. Pitch out, but White was not moving. It's 2-1. Joe Nostick, the third base coach, flashing signs to Slott. Relaying them from Dick Hauser. Now Slott backs out again. Something might be on here. Slott got in, called back out, now he checks again with nothing. And Raleigh sets. 2-1 pitch. It's good and put it foul off third base. Pitch was low and away. Squeeze was on, and Slott just got a piece of it and put it foul off first base.
Well, he had a real tough pitch to bunt. He had to reach across home plate, and he didn't make contact to foul it off. But if he'd have been able to bunt that one fair, it would have really been a very tough bunt attempt.
Well, the count is 2-2 on Slott as White walks slowly back to third base and has a few words with his third base coach, Joe Nostick. Jose Martinez coaching the first base. Yankee infield in with one away, and the count 2-2 on Slott. Dale Murray throwing on the Yankee bullpen. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and sliced foul into the seats off the right side. The count remains 2-2. Leading on deck is Willie Wilson. Roberts bounced out to start the inning off, but then Frank White got a high changeup, drove it over Kemp's head for a triple. And the count is 2-2 on Slott. Here's the set by Raleigh, and the pitch. Swung on, count slowly towards third. White charging, it'll kick foul. Ball kicks fouls off third base. Then Slott will have to come back, and White will have to go back to third.
That would have been a tough play for both home and first. That would have been a fair ball, but it had the earmark to the foul ball all the way, and both Nettles and Raleigh let it go, but I don't think they would have gotten either the runner or the batter in that one.
plate umpire Tim McClellan throws the ball to play. As Slot steps in. It counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's set by Raleigh, and the pitch. Swung on and fouled off again, right side upper deck. Now remains 2-2. Slot is a right-handed batter. Royals coming into the ball game, hitting .277 as a team. Actually, .272 as a team. The Yankees coming in at .276. Now Raleigh is ready. Check play. 2-2 pitch. Inside. Ball 3. 3-2. Yankee pitchers had held the opponent to an overall batting average of .254. They've been doing so well lately. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Don Slot. The flight is at third base, 1 away. And the pitch drilled to left center field. Right was for easily, and the ball was over Winfield's head. Slot around second base. He'll try for 3, and he'll make it. And the Royals now lead 3-1, and Benny Martin is walking slowly out of the Yankee lineup, out of the Yankee dugout. He's already made the sign, I believe. He wants the right-hander Dale Murray. So back-to-back triples by Frank White and Don Slot. The Royals lead it by a score of 3-1. And the action here in the top of the 6th with the score. The Royals 3, the Yankees 1.
How would you like to? Great, my poor God.
Well, the new pitcher for the Yankees is Dale Murray, and he's going to be facing a pinch hitter, Pat Sheridan. Murray, who pitched extremely well in the early game, or the opening game of the doubleheader on Friday night, opening game of the series, but did not get a win. He went 4-3. Gave up 5 hits and 1 run, and it was just nothing more than another relief appearance for him. This is his 25th appearance, and all of them have been out of the bullpen. And in his last 2 appearances, he has a win and a no decision, but he should have 2 wins. And Murray will face the left-handed hitting Sheridan. The infield is in. The runner at third is Slot. There's only 1 down, and the Royals have a 2-run lead. Bill?
Sheridan batting for Willie Wilson, who hurt his shoulder, catching a fly ball back in the 3rd inning. 6-2, Sheridan is on the outside corner, strike 1. Slot third with 1 away in the 6th inning. Royals lead 3-1 over the Yankees. Murray gets the time thrown and set. The pitch, fight foul, left side, it's out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Pat Sheridan. Washington is on deck. Back-to-back triples here in the 6th inning. KO'd. Starter Shane Raleigh. Brought on Dale Murray. Here's the set. 2-strike pitch. Swung on it. Missed. Murray strikes him out with a 2nd out. And Spot stays at third base. Here's U.R. Washington. Washington has struck out, bounced out, and flied out. He's 0 for 3. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Dale Murray. Infield moves back now with the exception of Nettles. He wants to protect against the bunt. Washington with good speed. Murray set. Steps to run at third base, and the pitch. Get on the ground is short. 1 out for Coley. Throws on the first. Has got Washington. That'll retire the side. So Dale Murray comes on and does an excellent job. 1 run, 2 hits, and a man left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, the Royals lead the Yankees 3-1.
Sheridan stays in the game and plays in center field for Wilson. Campaneris leads off against Bud Black in the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees trailing 3-1, and here's Bill.
All right, John Campaneris has bounced a short single to center, 1 for 2 in the game. He's batting .351. And Black first pitch to Campaneris is taken for a strike. Royals scoring single and runs in the 1st, 4th, and 6th. And Campaneris bounces 1 foul outside of third base. 2 strikes on the right-handed batter. Yankees got third run at the bottom of the second. Dave Winfield hit his 16th home run of the year with nobody aboard. So it's 3-1 Kansas City. The Royals have out hit the Yankees 10-3. Neither team has made an error. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Campanella. Wasted outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Campanella, Nettles, and Pinella go up against the Royal left-hander, Bud Black. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced wide at third, and it's a base hit. The shortstop Washington backhanded the ball, but had no chance to get it to Campanella. So Campanella lays off a field hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning. His second base hit of the ball game, the Yankees 4th overall, and the batter's Greg Nettles. Nettles is fouled out and bounced back to the mound. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Nettles missed a couple of ball games with a sore shoulder. And back in today's Nettles batting .286, 12 home runs, 41 runs batted in. He is set by Black, and the pitch. Swung on and missed, and no balls and a strike on Nettles. Infield and the outfield playing Nettles straight away. Campanella walks his lead at first base. He's held there by John Watson. Nettles loops one foul left side upper deck, get out of play. 2 strikes on Nettles. Only one team in the big leagues with 60 wins this year. That's the Atlanta Braves. They're on top of the National League West. They've won 60 and lost 37. 2-strike pitch. It's swung on and missed. Nettles goes down on strike for the first out. That's only the second strikeout for Bud Black. And that'll bring on Lou Pinella, the Yankee right fielder. Pinella has been up twice, bounced out both times. Once to third, once to short. Moving on deck is Don Baylor. Pinella takes so long getting into the batter's box that Black stepped out. And Campanella walks back toward first. Now we're ready as Black sets. Pitch to Pinella. It's too high, ball 1. Royals 3, Yankees 1, bottom of the 6th. 1 out, 1 on for the Pinstripers. Here's the set, and a throw to first base, and Campanella is back easily. This is the final meeting between these two teams. Meeting number 12 here in 1983. The Yankees have won 6. And the Royals 5 of the previous 11 meetings. Become a big rivalry, the Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. Both here and in Kansas City. Now Black sets. And the pitch to Pinella is pop foul out of play, straight back. 1-1. Yankees have hit some key home runs against the Royals. Late term Munson hits one into the seats in left center field. Chris Chambliss. And another playoff drilled a home run. Black gets new baseball. As Campy moves off first, here's the set, and Pinella backs out. Time is called. Now Lou's back in. The set by Bud Black. 1-1 pitch to Pinella. Line center field, that'll fall base hit. Sheridan plays it on the first stop and gets it into the shortstop. UL hit. So Pinella comes through with his first hit. Campanella is holding at second base, and the Yankees have runners at first and second with 1 away, and the batter's Don Baylor.
Harris kind of hesitated between first and second, not knowing whether or not Sheridan might be able to come on and catch that sinking liner, but even so, the ball was hit so hard, Kevin Harris really would not have had an opportunity to advance to third.
Boyer, the pitching coach for the Royals, walking slowly out toward the mound.
And there's activity in the bullpen for the Royals, Bill. The right-hander, Mike Armstrong, is starting to loosen up. Gives us an opportunity to remind the fans that they can win a Getty Garner Award, just like the Yankee players do. In 25 words or less, describe the greatest home run you've ever seen. And send it on a postcard to New York Yankees, Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York, 10451. Entries will be judged on originality and creativity. If your entry is selected, you'll win Getty gift certificates. The contest will run from July 25th to September 18th. Winners will be notified by mail. The decision of the judges is final, and always remember to take your cap off to get it.
Now Boyer chased back to the Royal dugout by home plate umpire Tim McClellan, and Bud Black will be pitching to Don Baylor now with runners at first and second at 1 away. And the Royals leading 3-1 in the sixth inning. Baylor has flied to left, grounded to second. He's 0 for 2. Don Baylor has gotten the game-winning run batted in over the Yankees' 3 wins. Pitch to Baylor. Swung on into the air, deep left center. On the run to left fielder. Roberts still going. That ball is a base hit way up against the wall. Campanella scores. Pinella scores. Baylor on the way to third. He'll make it with a slide. He's got a tie game. Don Baylor has just tripled into deep left center field, scoring Bert Campaneris and Lou Pinella, and we're all tied at 3 here in the sixth inning.
Yeah, that was a tremendous blow. I mean, it was the lawn was, it bounced up against the fence 430 feet away from home plate. And then you have to think about Winfield's home run back in the second inning, because that ball traveled probably some 50 feet more than the one that Baylor just hit there. But wow, what a shot by Baylor. Towering blast the three-bagger to Death Valley here at Yankee Stadium.
And Don Hood gets up and joins Mike Armstrong in the Royal bullpen as Dave Winfield stands in. And the Royals bring their infield in. The Yankees have the go-ahead run at third base with only 1 away. Winfield is homered and bounces. Black sets. And the pitch to Winfield. Check swing at the call strike on the outside corner. No balls and the strike. Brett, the third baseman, Washington, the shortstop, White at second, and Watson, the first baseman, all around the infield grass. Winfield with 16 home runs and 62 runs batted in. As Black sets, and the 1-strike pitch. Swung on and pop foul off first base. Moving over is Watson. He's over out of room. Ball is about 8 rows back in. 2 strikes on Winfield. Yankees have tied it on a 2-run triple by Don Baylor. Baylor now has 46 runs batted in for the year. And he's at third base representing the go-ahead run here in the sixth inning. With the count, no balls, 2 strikes on Baylor. Black taking his time. Now the left-hander's ready. And the 2-strike pitch. Swung on line, past that base hit. Baylor scores. Winfield is going to try for 2, and they're going to have him. The throw from the left fielder Roberts to the second baseman Frank White shuts down Winfield. But Baylor scores, and the Yankees now lead 4-3. Gives Winfield a single, and to put out at second base 7-4. And Winfield now has 63 runs batted in on the year.
Pretty good try by Winfield for the 2. The ball was a scorcher, and it was hit right by Brett. Not really down the line, but enough where Winfield thought he might have a chance to get into second base. That wasn't necessarily a perfect throw that was needed by Roberts to get him, but he's out at second.
And here's Steve Kemp. He left one to deep left center on the run of Sheridan. Still going. He's there now and makes the one-handed catch on the other side. The Yankees go ahead with 3 runs here in the sixth inning on 4 base hits. And nobody left on base. At the end of 6, the Yankees lead Kansas City 4-3.
Stuart Brick.
George Brent will lead off for the Royals, playing the seventh inning with the Yankees now leading 4-3 over Kansas City. Brett, McRae, and Otis go up against Dale Murray. Brett singled in the first inning, flies to left in the third, and bounced to short in the sixth. So Dale Murray now, if he can hold it, has a chance to win a ball game. As Brett takes outside, on the outside corner, strike one. Yankees erupting for 3 runs in the sixth. Change-up out off the glove of Murray, and that'll be a base hit. Smalley runs it down, but it has no play. Murray tried to grab the ball, bounced off his glove, and Brett has a base hit, his second of the ball game. Now let's take a 10-second Lon Jeans timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Lon Jeans, the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Talk Sports with Art West Jr. weeknights at 6:30 and Saturdays at 6 on Talk Radio 77.
Here's Hal McRae as Murray spins and goes to first base, chasing Brett back. Yankee bullpen busy. The crew gets up. Mike Armstrong still throwing in the Royal bullpen. McRae takes inside, ball one. That base hit by Brett, his second, the Royals' 11th. Now Murray sets, goes to first base, and Brett is back. Yankee infield, Nettles, Smalley, Campaneris, and Balboni. The pitch, low. 2 balls, no strikes on McRae. Brett walks off first base. Balboni holding him there. The pitch. Hit on a grounder short. Dug out by Smalley. The second one. And back to first in time for the double play. And there's 2 outs. Smalley had just a little trouble getting the ball out of the glove. Campaneris got rid of the ball just before being rolled down by George Brett. And they're 2 outs. Campaneris flexing his right knee out at second base. The batter now is Amos Otis. Otis robbed of a base hit on a bounce to the first base by Balboni in the second. Lined back to the mound in the third and single to right center in the fifth. Shane Raleigh started. Dale Murray in, and he's the pitcher record. Otis fouls one down the right side. That's out of play. Strike one. Otis batting .270, 2 home runs, only 4 runs batted in. As Murray gets new baseball. Murray pitching from the set position, although nobody's on base. And this is fouled back up on top. No ball, 2 strikes on Otis. Don Baylor coming through once again for the Yankees. A big 2-run triple. And Dave Winfield singling in Baylor, giving the Yankees a 4-3 lead after 6. 2 strike pitch, breaking ball, misses 1-2 on Amos Otis. Gossage still throwing in the Yankee bullpen. Mike Armstrong has sat down in the Royal pen. Fastball is fouled back by Otis. Count remains 1-2. Another good crowd on hand for tonight's this afternoon's ball game, despite the fact that we've had some rain and threatening weather. 40,000 plus for the first 2 days between the Yankees and the Royals. 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air, foul off first base. That'll be out of play. And it'll make the upper deck. Sun's trying to break through. John Watson on deck for the Royals. Yankees with a fine homestand that won 8 of the previous 10 games played here. Swing and a miss by Otis. Otis goes down on strikes and that'll retire the side. No runs. The base set, nobody left on base. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. The Yankees 4, the Royals 3. New pitcher for Kansas City here in the bottom of the 7th, right-hander Mike Armstrong, replacing left-hander Bud Black. Black's record through 6 innings, 4 runs on 7 hits, no walks and 2 strikeouts. Yankees leading by 4-3, so right now Bud Black's the pitcher record has a chance to lose the ball game. The Yankees, Dale Murray, in relief of Shane Raleigh, the pitcher record, and he stands to win. Bob Shirley and Jay Howell loosening up in the Yankee bullpen. Don Mattingly will bat for Steve Balboni and lead off for the Yankees in the 7th inning. Balboni was 0 for 2 against the left-hander Black. So, Don Mattingly. Mattingly batted once yesterday and got a base hit, and he's hit in 9 straight ball games. A lot of pressure on Mattingly's last 2 games to extend his hitting streak. Pitch to Mattingly is outside ball 1. So, score holds. This might be his only at-bat here in this ball game. Mattingly batting .293 with a home run, 11 runs batted in. And the pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0 to Mattingly. And it's a called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Armstrong gets his sign from slot. Rocks and deals a 2-1 pitch to Mattingly. And it's low and inside. Ball 3-1. On deck is Roy Smalley. And the 3-1 delivery to Mattingly. Swung on loose to left, but right there's Leon Roberts. He makes the catch. And Mattingly's the first out in the 7th inning. Here's Roy Smalley. Smalley's 1 for 2. Fly to center, single to center. He'll turn around bat left-handed against Mike Armstrong. And Rick Cerrone is on deck. With Weininger, still a whole groin muscle. Would be available in an emergency. Smalley swings and lifts 1 to center field. Pat Sheridan right there. Now he comes in 1, 2, 3 steps and makes the catch. 2 out. And our radio critic has just joined us.
And I've been monitoring you back there, White, and you're doing an excellent job.
Don't try to get off the hook.
I want you to continue. It's excellent as a matter
I'm going
of
to
fact.
continue until the end of this inning.
Now,
Here's Cerrone. Cerrone slide to center, bounce to short. And the pitch to Cerrone is low, ball 1. Yankees 4, Royals 3. We're in the bottom half of the 7th inning here at the Yankee Stadium. Yankees will be in Texas tomorrow to play the Texas Rangers. Swinging a miss by Cerrone. 1-1. They'll play the Rangers 3 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Off on Thursday. And moving to Chicago to play the first-place Chicago White Sox. Breaking ball is low to Cerrone. It's 2 balls and a strike.
looks like the sun is trying to break out, White.
Yeah, Rizzuto.
He's ornery today, Brian.
I practiced by not talking to John Gordon. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside. 3 balls and a strike. So you're going to get silence the last 2 innings.
Now, come on, baby. Notice it's very chilly. I'm telling you, I've been freezing. My hands are cold. I have low blood pressure anyway, and arthritis. I really should be going home.
Pitch is outside. Ball 4. If you're going home, there's going to be a lot of silence on this microphone. Jerome walk. That's the first walk given up by Royal pitcher. But Black did not walk anybody. Struck out 2. Now here's Campanera. 2 for 3. Both singles, and he scored a run. Throw not a threat to steal. And the pitch to Campanera. Swung on, lifted to right field, actually. Right there is Amos Otis, and he makes the one-handed catch, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, and a man left on base. That's the end of 7. The Yankees 4, the Royals 3.
This life for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here to you. You know all you do, you know the.
We played 7 here at the stadium. The Yankees lead 4-3. Dale Murray will be pitching to John Watson, Leon Roberts, and Frank White. Looks like Roberts will not bat. We see Willie Aikens with a bat in the on-deck circle. Don Mattingly stays in the ball game. He'll play first base for Balboni. And here to tell you about all the exciting action here at Yankee Stadium, the Scooter, Phil Rizzuto.
All right, William. And Dale Murray. Pitching to Watson, who has walked and scored, singled and scored, and popped to second. First pitch is right in there. Strike 1 called.
Well, during this inning, the Yankee scoreboard will be brought to you by members of Auto-Wear and Spectator Wear.
The kick and the pitch foul. Strike 2.
One final in the first of 2. Minnesota beat Cleveland 7-5. Gary Ward and Gary Gaetti home runs for Minnesota. Julio Franco and Andre Thornton home runs for Cleveland. Final again, Minnesota 7, Cleveland 5. That's the first of 2.
The pitch foul hit the plate and bounced up and hit him.
Sutcliffe Lossity will not win his 13th. He's on 12-5. Bobby Castillo, the winner, he's 6-8. Ron Davis got his 17th save in that ball game. Chicago 5, Milwaukee nothing after 4.5. The Brewers have lost Robin Yount for a few days.
What happened?
Bad back.
Uh-oh. They were coming on strong. All right, 2 strikes to Watson. The pitch, foul back.
Detroit didn't score in the top of the first. Angels batting. Ken Forsch against Jack Morris in that ball game. And Boston playing in Seattle. That ball game will start in about 1 hour and 15 minutes.
The pitch, foul back.
In the National League, the Mets are playing in Cincinnati, and it's Cincinnati 4, Mets 2. With the Reds batting in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Tom Seaver started for New York. Doug Sisk in there now. Joe Price still pitching for Cincinnati. Pittsburgh beat the San Francisco Giants 3-1 in the first of 2.
Foul back again.
In the second game, Giants nothing. Pittsburgh batting bottom of the first. Montreal beat Houston 7-3. That's another National League final. Steve Rogers won his 13th. 13-5 for the right-hander for Montreal.
Again, the 2-strike pitch, a little high, ball 1.
Atlanta 6, 7, 9, 11. Phillies 4. So Atlanta leading Philadelphia 11-4, and the Braves are batting in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Foul back again.
Mike Schmidt is his 22nd home run for the Phillies. Bob Warner is 16th. Waddell Washington is Bob Warner is 17th, and 5th. Okaroba is 2nd. Well, they like to hit down in Atlanta, don't they?
They certainly do. Little Lupin can't be one-handed for an easy out, one away.
Cardinals leading the Dodgers 3-0 after 7.5 in Los Angeles. And the final National League score, Cubs 4, San Diego 2 after 6. The Yankees scoreboard has been brought to you by Members Only. Members Only, changing the look of America with outerwear and spectator wear and the styles to fit your style. The fit to go with every move you make. So make it Members Only and make something happen for you.
All right, William. Willie Aikens batting for Leon Roberts, with the Yankees leading 4-3 in the top of the 8th. Pitch to Aikens is in there, strike call. Dale Murray pitching to everybody as though there were a man on base. And since he started that, he has been much more effective. He set the pitch, off-speed pitch, low 1-1. Speedy recovery to Stella Lane at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York, friend of Steve Gregory. He takes care of the umpire's room. All right, Murray kicks, delivers off-speed pitch, popped up, shallow left, Kemp with a long run, flips the glasses down, lost it, and makes the catch. Oh, that looked like Trouble City, White.
It did look like Trouble City, Rizzuta. And ball is up there, and Steve Kemp, I was wondering, he's taking some time flipping the glasses down, but he still made the catch. Normally with Aikens, you play him really to a pull. Kemp ran the ball down for out number 2.
Looked like a broken field runner there for a while, zigging and zagging. Now he's checking the sun field again. Told you the sun was starting to pop out. And here's Frank White. He's driven in 2 of the 3 runs. With a ground out, he's also singled and tripled. And he scored a run, so he's been an important cog for the Royals. 2 men out. First pitch is a ball. And he bunts, but back to the pitcher. Murray barehands the throw to first. They got him. Oh, good play by Dale Murray. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 7.5, the Yankees 4 and the Royals 3.
Well, a couple of changes for Kansas City. Willie Aikens stays in the ball game. He'll play first base. John Watson, a sort of jack of all trades for the Royals, moves from first base to left field. And here's our jack of all trades, the shooter, Phil Rizzuta.
All right, William. Greg Nettles had a tough time against Bud Black. He popped to third, hit to the box, and struck out. But now, facing a right-hand pitcher, in the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees lead 4-3. Armstrong's pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Happy birthday to Jerry and Billy Rendine. They're the nephews of our own Mike Rendine down in our ticket department. Armstrong, sidearm thrower, and Nettles takes a strike on the outside corner. Greg didn't believe it, but it's 1-1. And on deck, Lou Piniella. In only 1 inning of this ball game have the Yankees been able to get their leadoff man on, and that was the inning they scored 3 runs. Another strike on a squeegee by Armstrong. Just nicked the outside corner. Campaneris opened that inning with a single after Nettles struck out Piniella's single, and then Baylor hit that tremendous triple. And Winfield hit a bullet by Brett. Low. Looked like a forkball or something. Really dipped down. It's 2-2. Big gap in left center field for Nettles. Outfield playing in the pull in center and right. The 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. 3-2. Ball club always loves to win a game on getaway day. Makes the trip that much nicer. The pitch inside, ball 4, Nettles walks. So Armstrong well ahead on the count. Walks his second man. And the batter now, Lou Piniella. Twice Lou bounced to third, but when they needed it, he came through with a single in that big 3-run 6th inning. Let's see if Lou punches one to right field. Get Nettles over to second. Stretched by Armstrong. Now Lou's going to bunt, and he takes the strike. He had squared away and took the pitch.
You work with Piniella?
No, Lou was so busy teaching hitting in spring training that he didn't have enough time to work on his bunting. But I'm sure he could do it. Nettles leading away. Armstrong sets. And Lou squares and bunts foul, and look at Lou. He hit the ground with his bat. He'll give you a show anytime you come to the ballpark.
Well, the attendance has been enough, 33,944.
Nice crowd.
Yankees have been averaging about 26.5 for each day here.
Coming up each passing series, and I think the inclement weather today kept this crowd down. All right, 2 strikes to Piniella. And the pitch, he threw his bat at the ball and fouled it back off the upper deck. Armstrong picks the bat up and hands it back to Piniella.
That's nice and polite.
That's unusual. Normally a pitcher turn his back, which he should do unless the hitter walk out and get it.
This is a nice game. Baseball.
It is getting to be a very polite game.
Showbiz.
It's more showbiz now than it ever has been, that's for sure. All right, Nettles leading off first. 2 strikes on Piniella. A drive to center field, but Sheridan is under it. Nettles goes back to tag up, but he'll just bluff going. And 1 man is out. And now down to
Gibson would say, if that bat comes out here again, I'm going to make firewood out of it.
Yeah, I have seen pitchers break up the bat and snap it off, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Wyatt Baylor got that tremendous triple to drive in 2 runs, and that triple tied up the ball game, and then Dunn scored the go-ahead run on the single by Winfield. Red hot hitting Don Baylor. Pops this one up, though, on the right side. Frank White back on the edge of the outfield grass. Takes the catch. 2 men are out. And Dave Winfield will be the batter. Winfield hit a tremendous home run his first time up, out by the monument from deep left center field. Then he bounced it short. Then he hit a bullet by Brett to drive in the go-ahead run, but was thrown out trying to stretch the single into a double. So Baylor is driven in 2 runs, and Winfield is driven in 2. Nettles still at first with 2 men out. Pitch to Winfield is a strike call. On deck, Steve Kemp. Armstrong took a lot of time getting that sign. Now delivers, and Winfield throws his bat at the ball and gets a base hit. Holy cow, Winfield is unbelievable with throwing that bat. He has set distance records and gets base hit. I don't know how he does it, though.
Not only did he throw it and get the base hit, it broke in half.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. The bat broke in carrying the 2 pieces of the bat back to the Yankee dugout.
I tell you, that's the first hit off Armstrong. Winfield's 3rd hit of the ball game. So that day's rest did him a lot of good, William.
Looks like it.
And now the catcher Slaughter's out to talk with Armstrong with Kemp the batter. Nobody up in the Kansas City bullpen, so that's just a quick huddle. Kemp's 0 for 3, bounced to second, fly to left, fly to center. All right, Armstrong with Winfield at first and Nettles at 3rd. Down to the bat. And the pitch is low and away, ball one.
Why we haven't seen Wall. Now Hood gets up. I was going to say, I wonder why we haven't seen Don Hood. But Hood now gets up and starts throwing again. Second time he's been up in the ball game.
Hey, you'd think they'd have had him ready for this battle right here. See Kemp.
You got Kemp and Mattingly bracketed back to back.
Low. 2 balls and a strike. And it surprised me when he let Black pitch to Winfield, and Armstrong has been loosening up out in the bullpen. All right, 2 balls, no strikes on Kemp. Runners lead at the corners. And the pitch is popped up. It's playable. George Brett at third base in fair territory makes the catch. And that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 men left at the end of 8. It's the Yankees 4 and the Royals 3.
For most
Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Dr. Judith Kuriansky helps you through the rough spots in your life weeknights here on Talk Radio 77.
All right, Don Sloth, the batter. He is 3 for 3, single twice and triple. And Murray's pitch, he bluffs the bunt, takes the ball.
Gossies gets up in the bullpen. He starts eating him up along with left-hander Bob Shirley.
The Goose a little upset reading the J.C. paper, Morris Klein's column today.
What's he upset about?
He said he's been pitching under too much pressure. Couldn't believe it. That's his job, right? To pitch under pressure.
Yep. He's just kidding. That's one of those Rizzuto interviews.
I hope so.
You're going to the Mets. You're going to retire.
Going to Hollywood.
Yeah.
A bouncing ball is short. Smalley in between, hop up, throw to first. They got him. Boy, that was not an easy chance.
Oh, look. Rizzuto, I don't need it interview.
Yeah, that's true. A rainy day interview.
Just kidding.
Yes, I didn't mean it, just... All right, Pat Sheridan came on as a pinch hitter and struck out. Right here, no, that was a very... You got to read it, Bill White. Maybe Morris Klein's got the column with him.
I saw George Frazier reading the column with interest.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Of course, he also mentioned the fact he's getting a lot of pressure from George Steinbrenner.
From whom?
George Steinbrenner.
What kind of pressure would that be?
Right, that's what I say. A very unusual. I never finish my sentences, but very unusual. Foul back and out of play.
What are you looking for?
Some guy wrote me a beautiful saying. And I want to make sure I got it right. He says, I hope you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live.
Well, you haven't.
Haven't what? I haven't reached the point of living as long as I want. The game, yes. The pitch is outside, and it's 3-2. I'm just trying to take a little pressure off the booth. You can feel the pressure up here with the Yankees leading 4-3 in the top of the ninth.
Tell you what.
What?
Brett's going to be up there unless they get these 2 people out.
That's right. The 3-2 pitch line. What a play by Mattingly! Holy cow, that made Bill White proud. White has the first base to talk about.
Well, he did an excellent job. First of all, he's playing Sheridan before where he should have been, and he really got a lot of extension as he leads up and Rob Sheridan at least a single, maybe a double.
I'll tell you, Bill hit the nail on the head. You talk about extension. Mattingly is not a big man, but it looked like he went 10 feet in the air. Perfectly timed leap and one-hand grab. Oh! 2 out, and drive carefully going over the bridge, White. I want you to get me tickets. Had Huckleberry. All right, Washington has struck out, bounced to second, fly to right, and bounced to short. The pitch, he punts foul back to the screen. 2 men are out. 1 strike on UL Washington, and as Bill White said, they don't want this next man to come to bat, George Brett. Yankee pitching has really held him in check through most of the series. He is ever dangerous. 2 out, nobody on. They're stretched by Dale Murray. And the pitch, swing, and a foul outside of third. Strike 2. And now the Yankee fans are on their feet. A big out for Dale Murray. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th, Yankees lead 4-3. The noise of the crowd will let you know what he does. Here's the set, the pitch. Ground ball, base hit by Smalley. And Washington makes a big turn, then goes back. Smalley was playing him way in the hole like he would a right-hand hitter, and he hit it right to where the shortstop would normally play, and that's Smalley's fault. They had placed him defensively, and here comes Billy Martin. Holy cow. You think Billy's going to bring the goose in and pitch the Brett? This would bring up some nightmares for me. He made the motion. Well, there's a break in the action with the score. The Yankees 4 and the Royals 3.
6 is the name of my butane. I love to click its visible flame. It comes in all the colors, every single color of the rainbow. Yes, lady.
What makes you so slick?
I don't know, my Hawaiian shirt. How about my two-tone penny? How about the way I flick my pick? It gives you thousands of light, just a flick, and it ignites. You just can't find, you'll never find a brighter lighter. A lot of people think it's easy to sell a lighter on the radio. Well, it's not. Thank you. Of all the lighters you can pick, there's only one that's called Vic. You can count on the flick of a Vic. That's my transmission again.
You just had it fixed a few months ago.
Check the guarantee in the glove compartment.
It expired.
The guarantee?
No, my library card.
Linda.
I found it. It ran out yesterday.
Check the glove compartment.
For what?
Aspen. Onto transmission and choose our call-in and ship warranty. Available on most cars with automatic transmission. It lasts for as long as you own your car, and it even provides for annual checkups. See your Amco dealer for details and other services. Amco. Why go anywhere else?
People here at NBO with hundreds of naked men lined up for NBO's 25% off sale. 25% off. They're taking it all off. You'll make it, sir. Why?
I can get everything from the skin out on sale at NBO.
Right. Under these sportswear shirts, ties, designer suits, birthday suits. NBO has it all.
Except shoes. NBO has everything. Now 25% off. Except shoes.
All right, the goose is on. And he relieves Dale Murray, who did another excellent job while he was in there. Murray gave up only 1 hit, and that was the hit to UL Washington. Now, I had started to say when I saw Billy Martin make the motion for Gossett to come on, that it brings back some nightmares when George Brett, in 1980, the year the Royals beat the Yankees in the playoffs, right here at Yankee Stadium, hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball thrown by the Gossett, 120 miles an hour into the upper deck here at Yankee Stadium. And the best fastball pitcher in baseball and just about the best fastball hitter in baseball, George Brett, what a confrontation. The set, the pitch is swinging a drive to deep left field. And curving foul. Holy cow. Where's Bill White? Bill White is in his car on the way home. And up here getting agitated and nervous and cold. Long strike. The set by Gossage. The pitch. Deep to right field. Holy cow, I don't believe it. Home run for George Brent. I don't believe it. That lightning could strike twice. And Billy Martin now is coming out. He wants to take a look at that bat. Oh, that's a little late. I don't believe it. I told you I had nightmares about this thing. Unbelievable. Hey, they might have a point here. Thurman Munson was called out after getting a base hit because there is fine tar above. You can see the bat. Oh, no, you can't. You're not on TV. Above the trademark. And Billy Martin might have a valid point here. That's the only way the Yankees can get out of this scrape. Holy cow, I can't believe it. Brett hit that ball 9 miles. Billy pointing to the bat. Now, Thurman Munson had gotten a base hit out in Minnesota, and the manager of the Twins at that time asked the umpire to look at the bat, and they called Thurman Munson out. And Martin has a very valid argument here. And if he wins this, there will be chaos. Look at George Brett. He's getting congratulated, but there's a big huddle out there. And the umpires are going to talk. They got to get a calibrating machine out here to calibrate this thing and see just how high the pine tar is. And there is a definite rule in the rule book that you cannot have it above a certain distance. Oh, what a huddle out there. This really... Billy Martin standing with his arms folded out there. Boy, he was quickly off that bench. Well, look who has returned. He made a U-turn on the bridge. Bill White is back. And they are about to make a decision, and this could be a momentous decision. I can't tell by the way they're walking as to who's going to win this argument.
Well, they're going to try to use the 17 inches of the bat the plate to measure the bat.
But they should measure from the far end of the plate.
First of all, I don't see anything wrong with having pine tar as far as you want on that bat.
Bill White, you're right, except for the fact that you remember this.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
They did that for 7 months.
I can't. Brett is upset. I can't believe that, Phil.
Well, now, wait a minute, Bill. They did it on Thurman Munson in Minnesota. It was not as dramatic a moment as this. Thurman hit a line drive into left field, and a base hit drove in a run.
I said the same thing then. I couldn't believe that they could call Thurman out. And I can't believe they called Brett out here.
Well, I tell you, there's a rule, a definite rule in the rule book that the fine tar can only be a certain height. And now they're trying to get rid of the bat. And Gaylord Perry was out there. He's going to get fined. He was in a tug-of-war with the umpire. Dick Hauser is furious. They are holding George Brett out there. 3 men are holding him.
Well, the game's over.
That's right. He is called out, and the Yankees win the game 4-3, but it's one of the most unbelievable endings I have ever seen. I know how you feel.
Well, I've always, if you're tampered with a bat, which I've done, if you put cork in it or put nails in it or whatever, I can see that. But fine tar, more than 18 inches is not going to help you in a baseball.
Now, it's one of those ridiculous rules that they have come up with, like a hitter can't go back and get fine tar on his bat.
Well, the game's over. The Yankees won it 4-3.
Unbelievable. An unbelievable ending, and you know, so a big win for the Yankees. And the New York Yankees dugout show is sponsored by Sergio Valente. Genes for the natural selection.
Right now, down in the dugout, my colleague Sean Gordon, and he has this afternoon's winning pitcher, Dale Murray, and perhaps some more explanation on the most bizarre ending to a ball game that I have ever seen. John?
All right, thank you very much, Frank Messer. And Dale Murray, just a big congratulations to you. Another superb relief performance. And you got the win today. You missed that win on Friday night, and today you got it.
Yeah, I did. It was really nice. Under the conditions I got it in was a little erratical, but I'm very glad to get the win.
Frank just mentioned, he said he's never seen a game end like this. I don't guess any of us have ever seen a game end like that. I'm sure your heart dropped, as many Yankee fans' hearts dropped when the home run came, but then when it was nullified, it brought a big smile to your face.
Oh, it definitely did. Everybody was really happy about the situation after it was all over with. It was just luckily, I guess, at the time that I think Billy and Don Zimmer realized that the Pine Tar was too high on the bat, and they ran out there as soon as we hit the home run. So consequently, everything worked out well for us.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your pitching. You came in the sixth inning for Shane Raleigh, and you struck out pinch hitter Pat Sheridan, and then you got U.L. Washington on a ground out, and it was a very tight situation with the base runner at third base.
In that situation, it was. If they get that run in, then you got a 4-2 lead, and 4-1 lead, and it makes the game very complicated. That situation to come back and score 3 runs or 4 to go ahead. And I was fortunate today to have a pretty good fastball and get the 2 guys out.
All right, the strikeout of Sheridan, you got him on a fastball?
Right, I threw in 3 fastballs. I started with 2 fastballs in, a fastball up and away, and each one threw all up.
Okay, then the scratch base hit by George Brett to start the 7th inning, the double play ball and the strikeout, and you're out of the 7th.
Right. I'm kind of falling in a relaxed situation out there on the mound. I don't get nervous and upset about the situation as I was earlier in the season if a man gets on first. Right now I'm throwing a good sinking fastball, and I know I can get the ground balls when I need them. And consequently, that's what I did on McRae, I think, and got the ground ball.
Is all of this relaxed feeling that you have now, Dale, much from the fact that you're totally working from the stretch position?
Well, it has something to do with it, plus the fact that I'm getting people out again. Not necessarily from the stretch position, but I happen to be in that position, and naturally things are coming very easily to me, pitching the hitters now. I feel confident on the mound. I have my confidence back, and like I say, I'm in a more relaxed situation out there on the mound now, and I really feel I can get hitters out again.
To the 8th and a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Yes, it was.
Okay, and you had very routine balls, except the last out was a very fine defensive play by one Dale Murray.
Well, consequently, I got off the mound for a change, and I had to barehand the ball because I realized that White could run pretty well, and got out of that situation.
This is a little bit of a new role for Dale Murray. That's in the fact that you have to yield to Goose Gossage, and it's nothing new that we're talking about this because there are a lot of pitchers that yield to Goose Gossage on the New York Yankee pitching staff. How have you accepted it? How does it feel to you?
Well, it's fine now. I'm in a situation similar to the role I was in earlier in the season with Toronto last year. I pitched middle innings and maybe 6th, 7th, 8th, and then McLaughlin or Roy Lee Jackson would come in. And the situation I'm in now, and then eventually during the season last year, I worked my way into the short relief and threw effectively out there. So I'm sound in both aspects of the game. I could come in the 6th, 7th, and 8th and pitch strong, and or I could come in the late innings if I'm needed, I think, and get out of the situation as a short man. But with Goose out there in the bullpen, it's always it's always a whole lot easier on your mind to know that he's coming in behind you if you happen to get a man or 2 on base.
All right, big guy, you really pitched well in the stretch here of the homestand. You've done a marvelous job. You got the win today, and too bad you missed the win on Friday, but the club's still continuing to go well, and I think you provided a lift not only for yourself, but also for this ball club out of the bullpen that is really going to be important in this pennant drive.
Hopefully so. Like I say, I had a very bad first half, and hopefully I can turn it around and help us win this pennant the last half of the season.
Okay, good enough, Dale. We look forward to continued contribution from you. Dale Murray, our guest here on the Dugout Show. Let's turn it back upstairs now to Frank Messer.
Okay, John, and right now we'll take a 10-second Longines timeout on the New York Yankee Radio Network. Longines is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Talk with the senior editor of Forbes magazine, Bill Flanagan, Saturday mornings at 6 on Talk Radio 77.
As most valuable player of today's game, Dale Murray will receive a gift from the Sergio Valenti catalog. The New York Yankees Dugout Show has been sponsored by Sergio Valenti, Jeans for the Natural Selection. I'll be back with this afternoon's highlights after this timeout.